1.
What? What?
Well,
Are you
Happy
gonna
New
do the
Year,
group thing?
everybody.
Oh, hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It is time.
It's time.
Our best and worst of 2024. So, Ernest has done something really funny this year,
You're
and he's made my life harder.
welcome.
Uh, yeah. So, he doesn't have a full 10 for worst. He has a full 10 for best, but not for worst.
Yes, sir.
Whereas I have my typical 15, as I've seen too many movies.
Why is this harder for you? I just gave you less movies to put down. Three less put down.
I had
Two
to.
less.
So you gave me 2 less, but then I had to instinctively work out how this was gonna work from my end of things, and it was a pain in my ass.
So really,
But
you saw too many movies this year. That's really the problem. That's last year. Fuck.
I mean,
Damn. No.
on your end, trying to fucking fit or make number this in a way where I don't confuse myself.
um,
So yeah.
I see.
Honestly, why don't we just get right into this? Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say technically I saw 9 like really bad ones, but 2 of them are kind of just like in the same category. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll find out, ladies and
We'll
gentlemen.
find out
If
soon
you don't
enough, why
already
don't
know,
we?
if you don't already know for some reason,
So you want to kick this off?
sure, I'll kick it off. I'm sure you'll plan it on me kicking off in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna organize it the same day we did last year.
yeah. Oh man, last year, huh?
I know, right? Yeah. Happy 2025, folks. All right. Going on into your worst list, we have your number 8.
Let it know, Yamcha. Oh yeah, number 8 reveal. Oh, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. Oh man. Well, listen, I know it's in my worst list, and you know what? It's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie. Despite it being a really bad movie, it's a fun movie. I had a great old time with it. This Godzilla X Con movie, and this it's such a strange continuation into this botched Godzilla universe that started all the way back in 2014. Um, I dare say, look how far we've come, but like, look how far we've digress, like, just gone down in quality. They seem to be getting worse and worse as they go along. Um, and I think they know that, but at least they're fun along the way. Yeah, they're like that old school B movie Godzilla fun with those super old Japanese Godzilla movies after the first one. Uh, and yeah, it, it's popcorn movie as hell. You know, what else can you expect from it? Where else are you gonna see Godzilla hit King Kong with a suplex? Where else? You know,
Nowhere else.
tell me where else, Gabe.
Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, but there's no one called Godzilla in there. There's no Godzilla.
Not yet.
There's no Godzilla in Monday Night Raw. Oh man, that Netflix premiere is gonna go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Is Godzilla
Just
gonna
wait
show up
until Godzilla becomes public domain.
Is Godzilla gonna go in the Netflix premiere of Monday Night Raw
Who knows?
This January 6th
All
on
right, bro.
Monday?
Chill out.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. January 6th is also when we get the trailer for the new season of Marvel Rivals.
Ooh, that's something to be excited for sure. I guess
Absolutely.
it'll be a very busy.
Anyway, our best and worst of.
Yeah. Sue Storm is hot. We all know this. Yeah, Godzilla
If
X
Ben
Con.
Grimm doesn't say clobbering time in his ult, I will riot.
I'm gonna clobber him. This movie is basically just clobbering time.
Pause?
Hmm. It's fine. He's fine. He's a giant rock person. Anyway, number 8 movie sucks, but it's fun. Go watch it if you can. If you haven't for some reason. Moving on. Next. Can't get worse than this. Oh, but it can, dear viewer. It can. Number 7. What could it? Ah, Venom: The Last Dance. Well, here is another movie that's fun, you know, in a way, but it's also really bad. The Venom movies haven't really been good since the start. They haven't been good. Um, and it's funny that has followed through in the entirety of Sony's experiment with Spider-Man villains being quote unquote good guys. And I would dare say that it's a shame for these characters to be wasted in such a way, but you know what? I guess it's also fun, especially for Venom. Venom being their like probably their only successful venture into these villain movies. And yeah, The Last Dance, well, it's almost typical of what you would expect from the Venom movies. Except this I keep going back and forth between which are worse, but like right now I'm thinking like The Last Dance is the worst one. Just like it's got like a really strange, complicated plot with fucking Null of all things, of all people. Null, one of the most powerful Marvel characters in this movie for like 5 seconds of screen time. If there's anything that I can say for this movie is that it has good action, like probably some of the some of the much better action than the other two movies. And strangely enough, the relationship between Eddie and Venom is kind of heartfelt, especially in the end. Like it gave me some feelings and emotions there, but that's very few. That's very few and far between. There was other movie, which is a really silly, really dumb um buddy movie to say the least. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this fucking movie. you know, The Last Dance, Venom, the last one. Oh boy, look at him go.
If you want to learn more about that, we did do a video not too long ago.
We did do a video about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty long, but what else is new? What else is new from us?
Yeah.
Moving on next. Next. Number 6. Oh boy. Red One. Oh my god, it's so funny seeing this one here. Listen, we talked about this one on the last video, so go check that one out, and where we go over it in finer detail. But to reiterate the things that I said in that video, this movie does nothing new, nothing you haven't seen before. It is samey in almost every single way. It is so samey and boring that even J.K. Simmons is lame, doesn't even act well. Yeah, I mean, what can you expect? It's a movie with The Rock doing rock shit. Um, the same thing that you would expect from all of his other movies. You will find it here, and plus more. Chris Evans. Oh man, what happened to Chris Evans? He used to be Captain America, you know? Do you know that, Gabe? He used to be Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. He might come back to do it again. Because he probably saw the movies that he was making. He thought, man, these movies suck. I'm gonna go back to Marvel, whatever. And yeah, Red One. It's really lame. It's like a Christmas movie. This is a Christmas movie. If you can't tell by the look in the J.K. Simmons Santa Claus right there, it is. But it feels just very lame as a Christmas movie. I don't know how to describe it. Like the spirit of the Christmas spirit, literally, is just lacking in this one. So so lifeless. Yeah, right one. If this is the state of Christmas movies, just don't make any more of them. And no more Christmas movies. We must cancel them forever. We need a hero for Christmas movies. Oh man, if only one came out last year. That's good for Christmas. You know what I mean, Gabe? Yeah. Hello?
I talking about the holdovers?
No, I'm talking about. I'm living out as a mystery. It's too,
Oh,
as yeah. Listen,
okay.
I'll mention it 2 hours from now.
Okay.
Moving on.
All
Stinky
right.
movie. Red one. Number 5. Arrow. Oh my god. It's funny because I'm playing Balatro on the side of this. Oh man. They should have made a movie about that game instead of this fucking thing. All right, Taro. Oh my god. This movie was so bad that I almost fucking fell asleep watching it. That doesn't happen very often, by the way. Not even not at the theater. Hardly at home, but especially not at the theater. I didn't see this in the theater, but it's very hard for a movie to like make me fall asleep. Taro did that. Taro is so goddamn boring. As a horror movie, it is so unoriginal, uninspired. It doesn't even have the balls to do anything creative with the kills, the monsters from the movie, the ghost, anything of such. It's so tame and lame. Like you could look at it and not taste anything. The actors didn't even do a good job with anything. Nothing impressed me in the movie, and everything else was just a fucking disappointment. I didn't really go into it expecting much, like at all, but like, shit, man. At least it was funny bad sometimes, and that's because Ned from the Spider-Man movies was there. He's always fun, which is very unfitting for this type of movie, this alleged horror movie. Yeah, yeah, that's really it. It's a stinky movie. Don't watch it. It's not even funny bad. That is all. That is all I must say about the movie Tarot.
All right.
Tarotto.
Oh,
Oh, oh my god, number 4. It's a double it's a double combo of movies because it's almost the same continuous thing. Oh my god. Zack Snyder's masterpieces, Rebel Moons, part 1 and 2, the director's cut. Oh man. I'm pretty sure I talked about this for a long time on the last video, right? If I'm not mistaken.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went in on it to repeat it in minor detail and quick fashion. Uh, it is both. These movies are both longer. Uh, I hesitate to use the word more mature because they are childish in the way they use the brutality, violence, action, and nudity, sex, and swearing in a very childish manner that a 14-year-old would have more subtlety and creative usage of it because it feels like a child making a movie and thinking it's so mature because we have these adult things and that make them cooler, and they in fact do not make them cooler. They just make them, as I said, more childish. Zack Snyder is a child in a human male's body. And that's not just me saying that because of the way he makes his movies. Just watch the man talk in interviews. You know, right, Gabe? Like whenever you see a post
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter about him saying something about a movie, and it's like, what the fuck? Kind of like that. He's a special type of filmmaker. You see, in Rebel Moon, both part 1 and 2, director's cut just kind of like really exemplify how he thinks about making movies. You know, He thinks he's very smart when he's in fact not. And yeah, really, really bad movies. I have no idea why I saw them. As you said, I am a what? Masochist? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I don't recommend this experience unless you want to laugh at an exploding monkey. I want to show that clip without context to everybody that I know. Just a monkey that explodes. No reason whatsoever. Oh yeah, Rebel Moon 1 and 2, director's cut. Can't wait for part 3, and then part 3, director's cut. It's gonna be great. Next. Oh yeah, number 2. Oh my God, Alien Romulus. Well, no secret at all. I'm a big Alien and Aliens fan. I think they're super awesome movies that were way ahead of their time and have aged super well even to this day. They are two of the greatest movies ever made. One being one of the best horror movies ever made, and one being one of the best action movies ever made. They're so great, so awesome. Ripley is the amazing character, and their legacy will forever be remembered as examples of filmmaking to make something fucking great. Alien Romulus, you see, Alien Romulus kind of agrees with the sentiment, even tries to basically copy those sentiments to the heart, too close to the heart. But oh man, do they just fucking botch at that and like misunderstand what made those moments so fucking great? And with that, you get possibly one of the most member memorberry filled. Remember that I remember movies like and so fucking long. It almost surpasses The Force Awakens in like terms of like trying to just bait out your nostalgia and jangle keys in front of your face because they know that you remember. And fuck's sake, that it'll work for some people, and it's a shame to see because with the success of this movie and it being praised so high to the heavens, we're just going to get more of this, you know? If this movie is the Alien version of the Force, no, the Force Awakens version of Alien, then the next movie will be Aliens, like Aliens almost to the T, but worse in almost every way. I just know it, and that's a fucking shame. It's a shame that that might be the legacy of the Alien franchise going forward, and you know it wasn't a great legacy for a long time anyway. Uh, and yeah, I guess we'll just see it go further down the drain. But this time, I guess people will pretend to like it because it's just like the original. Oh boy. As to the movie itself, like I said, is full of memories. It has shit dumb characters that make stupid fucking decisions because no one in horror movies, for some reason, can think straight, can act smart, can be interesting in any way possible. At the very least, the xenomorph itself, the monster of these movies, he's looked better than ever probably. It's a it's a really good looking movie, but everything else is fucking shit. What a dumpster fire. Yeah, didn't like it. That's my piece on Alien Romulus. If you want more from me and Gabe, go check out the midpoint.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Go check out the
The
midpoint.
fall. The no. The fall roundup.
The fall roundup. There we go. Sorry, the fall roundup. I got them mixed up a little bit, but hey, yeah, go check that one out. We go into fine detail of as to why this movie stinks. Then next up, number one. Number one. I know what number one is. Number one is will be shocking to most of you, but
Try your best.
try my best to what not go long or
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I will try my best. I will see. I will keep I'll set up a time watch on my wrist right now. My fake time watch. Number one. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I fucking hate this film. Yeah, to keep it short, as Gabe said, I don't like this movie. It's really bad. I think it's a shitty movie. It's a sequel to both Deadpool 1 and 2. Fuck this movie. As a, I wouldn't want to say continuation to Logan, but like an acknowledgement that Logan was a thing, and therefore we are acknowledging Logan, but also ignoring it. I hate it too. It's a fucking legacy shitter. It ruins Deadpool. It ruins the Logan even in this movie. The different Logan who they say is the worst Wolverine, but it wouldn't be the worst Wolverine. Will be the one that's actually evil, but he's not. He's just diet Wolverine. Yeah, they ruined Deadpool. They ruined Wolverine. It's a further establishment as to how fucked the world building of the MCU is. It's got lame action. It's got cheap cameos. The plot is nonsensical. It doesn't say anything interesting about Deadpool that hasn't already been said before. It ignores its key components and characters from the prior films because now that it is a Disney movie, it made the big league, so it doesn't need those components and characters anymore. And it's just so lame and corporate. It doesn't feel like Deadpool. It feels like, oh, like I said, kind of like a corporate Deadpool. As lame as it possibly can be. And I hate it. And that is as much as I will say about it, as we are running on time and I can't go long, as my buddy here Gabe said. And for that, it is my least favorite movie of 2024, which is a shame because I was really excited. At the very least, the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds is fantastic, of course, and I'm actually pretty excited for whatever the next movie's gonna be. They like announced something like that, right? Like a new another movie from them. Them two together. Oh. All right. Yeah. Don't like it. At least for a
You
movie.
don't say.
I don't say.
All right. Well, that would be your worst of. Now it's going to lead me into my worst of, and we'll start as I have the last. Jesus, now we've been doing this almost 3 years now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going on year 4, baby. Yeah, we're going on to my dishonorable mentions. These are basically just 5 movies that were bad enough to almost make the list, but not quite bad enough to make the list. Pretty simple. And they're worth dishonorably mentioning. So,
These movies, basically, but not enough to put them on the list.
Yeah. At number 5, you're going to have Damsel, Netflix movie.
Oh my
Bad
god.
Netflix movie.
Oh, you don't say.
You don't say.
Netflix bad?
Netflix movie that's bad. Yeah, it just kind of barely stuck in here somehow, some way, but didn't quite make the list because I am one of the 2 people on Earth that don't think this is the worst movie ever made. So that's why it's here. At number 4, I have a feeling it's gonna be another Netflix movie. Nope, Garfield. Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, it is on Netflix, so go check it out.
It is on Netflix now. Yeah. Garfield movie, animated babysitting. About as bad as it can get in terms of like just straight brain frying, and yet somehow Illumination made a better movie this year.
And that fucking
So I'll just leave. I'll leave it at that. All right. At number 3, we have The Watchers. So this is, if you don't know about The Watchers, it just hit Netflix, so maybe people will watch it because they sure didn't show up in the theater to watch it. It is a really boring adaptation of a book that apparently fumbles the book entirely. The movie's got literally zero tension, acting is all mismatched, directing is competent, but, the screenwriting is trash. So, thriller that's not thrilling or horror movie that's not scary.
Oh,
You get the picture.
no, yeah, the
And
perfect
also the
mix.
plot just makes no sense. So, yeah.
Isn't
At
this?
number two,
I was gonna say, is that the Nepo movie with M Night's daughter?
yes, it's one of the two Nepo movies from Shyamalan this year. Uh,
Huh?
yeah. At number two, I have The Beekeeper. So, The
Oh my
Beekeeper
god.
is a really bad action movie. Mm-hmm.
Emphasis
It's
on bad action.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I wouldn't say that. But it's just a generally really lazy script with very little to actually say or do. It just kind of recycles Taken. It recycles every particular set of skills kind of movie that's come out since Taken. Um, and yet it doesn't, and surprise, surprise, doesn't do it as well as Taken. Who would have thought?
Surprise.
David Ayer needs to go home. Stick to Twitter.
So rude.
All right. And at number one for dishonorable mentions is Venom: The Last Dance.
Oh.
It this is my first top, worst list that I've made. Um, where I think every movie on the list is like awful, and Venom: The Last Dance squeaks by just on the fact that I thought there were 15 worse movies.
15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see too many movies that I can never fit everything I want to fit onto a 10 list. So here I am breaking the rules and making a longer video. But yeah, Venom: The Last Dance, I'll just echo everything Ernest said. It's just a really bad movie. I do think it's the best of the three, honestly. But it's like shit to a turd.
In the wind.
So, in the wind, if you will. But yeah. That's kind of just why it squeaks out a little bit. It's got better action than the three. It's a little more heartfelt, but otherwise it's just the same old shit, different movie. Yeah, and that is the dishonorable mentions, which now means I can move into my worst of.
They made three of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, moving on to the number 15 worst movie for me this year was The Union. Remember what I say it again with me, but folks. Bad Netflix movie.
Netflix movie. Yay!
Bad Netflix action spy rom-com where Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry have like very little chemistry. The action is all meh. The plot is awful. Why does J.K. Simmons sleep through every movie he's ever been in since Whiplash? Or every movie he's in that's not like an awards movie.
I was gonna say every movie. Since Whiplash, I mean, like, I don't know. Hey, he was good in No Way Home.
Yeah, he was good in No Way Home. But point being, why does J.K. Simmons sleep through so many movies? And yet he keeps
Paycheck.
taking them. Sure.
Page.
Good point.
Money.
Yeah, no, this movie sucks ass. I wanted to kill myself while watching it. I'll leave it like that.
And it's only number 15.
At number 14, we have The Kitchen. Boring Netflix movie. Except boring Netflix movie plus no plot. No story. What is story? Y'all got any plot and story? Nah, we got vibes. Damn. That's crazy. I don't care about any of these characters. I don't know what their story is. I don't get the themes. I don't get what this world is because it's a future world. How did we get here? What even is this? Okay, no, you're not going to tell me anything? Cool. All right, well, you suck. So, you ended up on your list. right, number 13. We're gonna have Jackpot, unfunny streaming movie. Holy shit, streaming was a mistake.
True.
Streaming is ruining movies. We need to go back to physical discs. Because a movie like Jackpot would be in a fucking $5 bin and everyone would know to avoid it like the plague. But instead, this shows up on your Amazon. And you know what? You need something new to watch today. You know what? Jackpot says it's new. So maybe you'll watch that one.
Oh man, there's so many
Because
movies on Amazon.
you've already rewatched Reacher 400 times. You might as well just watch a new thing for once. Yeah. Fuck this movie. Fuck Amazon. Moving on.
Yeah, now you
Number
really
12.
Now you really have to wait for Reacher season 4 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm sure Reacher's a good show. I just, I haven't pressed play on it yet.
Me too. I'm sure it's great.
Number 12, I have Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Oh my god.
Disingenuous kids movie. Zachary Levi can go shove it. He is awful in this movie. This movie is generally really, really bad. I may have been a Family Guy from Spider-Man and been nice to it, but
Is that gone now?
But it doesn't stop it from being an absolutely atrocious movie. Just why? Just why? Like this is not Smurfs level bad, but it gets to sit right next to the Smurfs, and Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, it gets to sit right there. That's the company it gets to enjoy. The Smurfs and Alvin and the Chipmunks.
So it has the silly little small CGI creatures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
Oh, no.
Sometimes big ones.
Oh, sometimes big ones.
Yeah. Yeah. What's next here? Number 11. I don't even remember this list, bro. I'm just kind of going on with it.
You sound
Night
tired.
Swim.
Oh, nice one.
Night Swim. Shitty horror movie. Yippee.
Yippee.
This movie more so just suffers from the fact that it has to extend essentially what's like an 8-minute short film into an hour and a half. And it really struggles. You have like really good actors trying to sell a script that's like awful. Like I really didn't think I needed to see a movie where Academy Award nominee Carrie Condon, who was just in The Banshees of Inisherin, shows up in this movie trying to talk to a lady about a haunted pool.
Haunted pool. Oh, how do they come up with these movies?
The pool demands a sacrifice.
What?
That's real. That's what happens in that movie.
Is this the Ouija board of pools?
I'd rather watch Ouija.
Ouija's fun. Stupid.
The second one, not the first one. The Mike Flanagan one.
Right. That shit? Oh my god.
I think so. I could be wrong. You may want to double check me on that one.
I sure will.
I could just be thinking of Oculus. I don't know. Yeah. What's next here? Number 10. Have The Crow, the remake of The Crow. Wow. Hot take, I don't like the original Crow. I think it's a fine movie. And I will eat crow for saying that. Pun intended. But The Crow 2024 apparently took like 25 years to get made, and there's a reason for that. This movie sucks ass. It's awful. It's an hour and 40 minutes where it only gets okay at the hour and 30 minute mark.
That is a long.
Actually, that's a lie. The hour and 20 minute mark. I'll be a little more fair.
A little more fair. Yeah, I don't want to be unfair to this movie.
Yeah. This movie just tries to expand on the relationship between what's his name? I'm gonna call him Craven. I don't think that's his name, but I'm gonna call him Craven. Him and Shelley, their relationship doesn't work. It doesn't help that the person they picked for Shelley just can't act at all, and poor Bill Skarsgård has to try. Yeah,
This man has had a mixed year this year, isn't he? Hasn't he? You know.
I mean, I've only seen him in like 2 movies this year, so
Of his?
I would not know. Yeah.
Was Boy Kills World this year? Last year?
I did see Boys Girls World. That is a movie I saw. You're right. That was this past year. I was just thinking of Nosferatu.
Yeah, I was thinking of Nosferatu, this, and Boy Kills World.
Yeah. Well,
Sure is.
The Crow sucks. Number 9.
Shocking.
What's next? Borderlands. Woohoo.
Only number 9. Wow.
Only number 9. If I was making a list purely off of my feeling, this movie would be, it would go into the negatives. This would be number 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Borderlands is god awful. On top of, I can almost guarantee that whatever the non-fucked with version of this movie would still be just as bad. But hey, at least it would have been a little violent, a little gory, been a little more like the game. But you know what? It's got the name on it. They did their best to make it look like the game somewhat. So I have to let it go, right? I have to be nice to it. Hey, it looks like the game. Those are the characters. That's what their names say they are. Right? But no. But it's like the game, though. But the games have bad stories, and they're not funny. So it's just like the game.
Who is saying
it's just like the game. Twitter. And YouTube comments. It's just like the game, right? I mean, sure, yeah. But, like, did you forget the part where you got to play it? And it was a really fun game to play? Oh, no, you have to sit through an hour and 40 minutes movie where Jack Black makes me want to kill myself every time he speaks. Yeah, no, this movie sucks balls. It's awful. The only fun thing about watching the movie was when we left the movie and we talk it for like an hour and a half.
I'll keep it up and we might get there.
Yippee. This movie sucks ass. Number 8. We have Trigger Warning. Ernest, what do you think this is?
Action movie. Action movie thriller on Netflix.
Hey, he's getting it. Why do you think it's here?
Because it's really bad and Jessica Alba's in it.
Jessica Alba's the one good thing in it.
Oh my god.
Action movie on Netflix.
Action movie.
Kind of says it all. God, I hate streaming. Number 7. What do we have here? Miller's Girl. Okay.
Oh, no.
Here's an actual movie that's just all sorts of like ill-advised. Just icky. Just generally icky.
What do you think about? Just don't do it.
It's really creepy to watch. It's horribly written. It's written like it was written by a 14-year-old.
Wow.
And it feels like something you'd read on Wattpad or something. Like it's real bad. Really terrible writing. And yet they got good actors for this, and I go, why? Why did any of you say yes? Why? Why do I need to watch Martin Freeman jack off?
And they needed a new house.
I guess so. I guess Jenna Ortega needed to pay for her apartment this month. Yeah, this movie sucks ass, and it came out in like January, so that kind of says it all, right?
Yeah, January movie.
Yeah, January movie.
I hope fucking Den of Thieves 2 isn't cursed with the January curse.
We'll see. Den of Thieves 1 came out in January.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, shit. Okay.
But it's okay. Wallace and Gromit comes out in 50 minutes. So that's guaranteed to be good.
Yeah.
It'll be a good start to 2025.
Make January great
Wallace
again.
and Gromit. Shut up. All right, what's next here? At number 6, we have Rebel Moon Part 2. See, I'm not a masochist, and I didn't watch the extended version.
Fool.
So I only watched the Shut up. Just, like, I did not watch that. I instead watched the theatrical version.
Theatrical.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The PG-13 version.
This motherfucker was on Netflix, bro. Theatrical.
That's true. It was on Netflix. Mm-mm.
It is a Netflix movie.
I don't even think I need to put the qualifier that it's a Netflix movie, and that's why you should assume it's bad. I think I should just say the fact that it's a Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah.
And that kind of says everything you need to say.
I mean, hey, Zack Snyder, Netflix, hey, that's a fine combo. No wonder.
That sure is a combo.
No wonder they made
it sure is. Mm-hmm. This movie sucks balls. It's insanely boring. I needed alcohol to get me through it, and I generally don't need substances to get through a film of any kind.
But
Just
but he
kind of
knew.
give me some,
He,
just kind of give
but
me
he
some popcorn, and I was like, I'll be good.
yeah,
I'll live.
but he knew after the first movie he just couldn't.
Yeah. After the first movie existed and gave me a stomach ache, I instead needed to watch this and be intoxicated. Yeah.
Make the pain go away.
Yeah. It's okay. We watched South Park right after it, so it
Oh
was a lot
yeah,
better.
we did see Peak after that. So hey,
Yeah. This movie sucks balls. It's Zack Snyder's arguably at his worst. Its biggest problem, and then I've heard this. I heard this recently said about him. Zack Snyder is a man interested in deconstructing heroes before he constructs them.
that's a good point.
And that is personified in each one of his works that even resemble a hero's journey. He never constructs the heroes that when they're deconstructed, you don't know what he's deconstructing. And in Rebel Moon's case, not only do I not know who these heroes are, I don't even know why they fight. I don't understand why they keep going. Why do they team up with these people?
It
What is their goal, inevitably?
The best explanation was the Imperium killed my friends. Literally,
Oh, did they?
it's the same motivation for fucking all of them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It makes you wonder
The
why are you telling me this?
Imperium.
I know this.
The Imperium, that's right, yeah. Yeah.
It'll.
Well, as far as I know, the Imperium are just a bunch of freaks who fuck monsters, so...
Hey, in that world, that's normal, right?
Sure.
But that is not. You should also consider the fact that they rape people.
Yeah. But anyway, the movie's garbage. Just, yeah.
What?
No.
No.
Yeah. At number 5, I have Hellboy the Crooked Man. I could tell you this is a fan film, and I think everyone would believe me.
Except it's not.
Except it's not. It's a studio movie. Granted, a small studio, but it's a studio movie from a director who's made some good stuff before. Not this one.
No, not this one. This is not the one.
This is not it. This is not the one. It's incredibly slow and boring. Our actor playing Hellboy is a really bad Hellboy, and they blew the entire budget on the movie on just his makeup and overall costume, because the rest of the movie is just in the dark, shooting day for night, in the woods, and then like some people start tweaking, and some CGI monsters do their thing, and there's some really bad acting and direction. The action sucks balls. It's just an overall god awful movie. I imagine it would have been hell to pay money for this in the cinema.
Yeah.
Every day we stray further from God. Number 4, The Killer's Game. And now, I was gonna make the joke, Netflix action movie, but no, this one had the indecency of going into theaters and making people pay for it. This movie just feels like it would have been at home in either a Walmart $5 bin or a Redbox machine. And the Redbox machine is dead, and as far as I know, the $5 bucket doesn't exist in Walmart anymore. So instead, you have to pay your hard-earned $25 to go see this movie in a theater. And
$25.
depends. States are different.
Huh.
Also, in many states, the closest big theater is an AMC, and well, AMC is not cheap.
I was gonna say I might as well just fucking buy the movie at home. It costs 20.
I mean, I was gonna say that costs like $20. Yeah.
I mean, $20 to see it once, or $20 to buy it at home. You know, like.
But why would you ever want to watch this again?
No, you definitely wouldn't, from what I'm gathering.
No, the action is incredibly mediocre. That's kind of the only thing that keeps this above from being like shit stain of a movie. Not that it isn't, but it's not a hernia. I'll say that it's not a hernia. I'll put it like that. That's the one thing. Right? The rest of these movies that are about to come up are hernias.
I was
But This movie is absolutely terrible. Terrible stories, terrible acting, terrible direction, mediocre action, and the movie's just not quirky or clever or funny. It just sure is.
It sure is. Look at it. Look at it
Sure
be.
is. What an awful piece of shit movie. Number three,
Number.
I'm gonna have Madam Web. See, I kind of
What?
feel bad. I kind of feel bad putting Madam Web here
Why is that?
because I kind of like this movie because it's like god awful and I can laugh at it while I'm watching it.
Mm.
Like it's a fun like kind of Morbius type movie. You just sit down, have a couple drinks, get some pizza, throw it on, and just laugh. Just
Bring your
laugh.
friends over.
Bring your friends, have a good time, just laugh. You know, we all need a good laugh, and honestly, there's no comedies nowadays that can actually do that for you. So you know,
That is true.
we'll turn to Madam Web.
Yeah. Maybe Sony should just make comedy movies out of Marvel superheroes.
Apparently, I mean, no, but this was a good movie though, right?
Oh,
Right? It was a good movie.
the man who said this.
We just critics just tore it apart for no
the man
reason.
the man who said this said not watch the movie.
No, he said he did. He did say he watched the movie. He said it was good,
He lies.
but he saw it. Ernest,
If
come
he's
on.
if he saw he would have quit.
Well, he didn't.
He would have quit.
He
On the
didn't because
spot.
he saw it and loved it so much. He just said, "I can't quit. I have to continue being the Sony CEO."
Have to make more of these.
Yeah, I mean, this movie sucks ass. I don't remember if I put it on this list. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I think there was one movie that I determined, even though I put them on the same level, I think was worse than Madam Web. And I think I might be on the minority on that opinion, but we'll see. Is it coming up? Number 2, Craven the Hunter.
There it is.
Now, I think many would argue Craven the Hunter is a better movie simply because it has a fun enough action when it's not a CGI nightmare. You want to know what I think? I think I wanted to shoot myself in the forehead every time.
You wanted to shoot yourself like Craven and Craven the Last Hunt?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been my last hunt. Hunting for a Craven the Hunter movie.
I bet you didn't read that comic when they made this movie.
Oh, I can guarantee. I don't think they read a single. I think they looked at a couple pictures of him and they were like, "That looks cool," and then they like saw that his name was Sergei Kravinoff, and then like Marvel gave them like the Bible, right? Like they gave him like the Marvel Bible that was like, "Hey, here's everything you need to read about Craven the Hunter. Here's a couple like legendary comics from him. This kind of defines his character." And they said, "Throw that shit in the garbage."
He just yeah,
His
yeah.
name. He's a hunter, right?
I just
So what if he got like magical like animal powers and could run on all fours and climb buildings like Spider-Man, and then like his eyes had like hawk vision so he could just like zoom into things,
he has a
and
street
like
guy.
and he has like super speed and super strength. He can take on the fucking rhino barehanded.
Well, the Spider-Man and the Spider-Man, the Craven, the Spider-Man 2 game could probably do that.
Well, that's actually Craven though.
True.
This movie's Craven is just like a completely other character who happens to call himself Craven. He's not even a hunter. He hunts people. He doesn't hunt animals. He's not a big game hunter. He hates killing animals. He doesn't want to. And yet, at the end of the movie, he wears a coat that's made of a dead lion.
Yeah. He's gonna hunt Spider-Man. We'll see. Just
Oh, no, he's going to hunt his brother Chameleon
Oh,
with his comic accurate face. So they at least looked at a picture once.
well, to be fair, this
Also,
poster right here
mhm.
does look like Craven.
Yeah. That's the final shot of
That's-
the movie.
Yeah.
This movie dares to have lines like, "My son, he can imitate anyone. He's like chameleon." And other lines such as, "My grandmother died not long after that. I never saw her again." And
Fucking creators of
my
Madam
name's
Web.
my name is Craven, and I'm a hunter. And other lines like, "When he makes a list, and when he's on your list, you don't come off it.
Uh,
And it has other lines like, legends don't die, Craven, so get the fuck up. And then it also has another great scene of the Rhino finding out that Craven's still alive, and he just hisses at a camera.
oh, I saw that. I thought that
Yeah,
was like
it's really funny.
I thought that was like the It's Morbin Time like version of that.
No,
Actually,
it would have been so much funnier if he just rhinoed right there. He rhinoed all over the place.
you read it over, Tris. Yeah, I thought that was like fake, but it was real.
Yeah. This movie has tons of great actors in it who are all giving awful performances except for Russell Crowe.
Mm, how
Dude
about
showed
that?
up for some reason. Yeah, Craven the Hunter is absolutely god awful, and you shouldn't watch it. I would recommend watching Madam Web over watching Craven the Hunter. You'll have more fun, I can guarantee it. Number one.
Number one. What is worse than both of these movies? Tell us. Tell us.
I'm gonna be real, I totally forgot what my number one was.
Oh my god. It could be anything. It could be.
Oh yeah, Imaginary!
Oh my. I no wonder what you forgot.
Yeah,
What is this? What?
this is the kind of movie that you would watch like Doug Walker do a review on. You'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe that's a real movie. Honestly, this is a movie Doug Walker could make.
That's so rude.
Oh yeah, that is really rude. I'm sorry, Doug Walker, if you're somehow watching this. I actually don't mean that. I'm so sorry. I
Oh,
actually
me.
respect you. I actually respect you somewhat.
Why would you say that?
I'm so sorry, Doug. You could make a better movie than this. I don't know how much better, but you could.
His videos themselves are already better, I imagine.
Honestly, yeah, his videos have better production value than this movie does.
Yeah, come on, man.
The only thing about this movie that I would like be like, oh, that's kind of neat, is that they did like a big animatronic like bear suit for like the monster version of Chauncey at the end of it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I appreciate that. They're going for it. It looks stupid, but I like it.
Love it.
That's it. That's all the only good I can say about Imaginary. The
Dog,
script
I
is
love
absolutely god awful. The acting is terrible. This movie has an old lady getting mauled apart by a fucking fake looking bear.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yep. This movie dares to ask the question, how much Fortnite do I need to play to get through this movie?
What?
How much
played it
Fortnite
under-
XP? How much Fortnite XP grinding do I need to do to make this movie bearable?
Got it. You played it on your Majiki.
Yes,
Second monitor content, baby.
absolutely. Second monitor gaming. Yeah.
My favorite. For real, for real.
That was the word. This is a movie I completely forgot about. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. But you know what?
Do you think it is supposed to be here though? Like after
Absolutely.
is your
Yeah.
favorite movie of the year?
Now
Is it?
that I mean, I would argue it's not, but I would argue it's probably the worst movie I saw last year.
True.
Yeah, that concludes my worst of.
And that's
Now we can go into good movies.
we can go into good movies.
But we can though. We should.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get out of this garbage and go into good
All
movies. Let's
right.
put good things.
Ah,
Let's
thank God.
make sure they're
Now,
happy.
Ernest, your number 10 best
Number
movie is.
And it is. It's almost mystery, honestly. I know I made the list, but shit, I forgot. I don't have one of those. Oh man, Ultimate Rising. Oh shit. All right. Yeah. This movie was surprisingly good. I wasn't expecting it, and it's on Netflix too. So like, wow. It's funny. It's a Netflix action.
services. I love streaming services.
I love streaming services.
Evil Gabe be like, I love streaming services. God, I hate them. Anyway.
Man, you know what? I always believed in streaming services. Always did. I never say a single bad thing about them. Here you go, Netflix. Here's $20 monthly.
Yeah, here's $25 monthly so I can watch this in HDR.
Thank you, Netflix. Anyway, yeah, I'm not really an Ultraman fan. Yeah, it wasn't a thing I ever got around to watching, and it's probably a fucking longer history than Power Rangers. That's something I fuck with though. So Ultraman Rising was kind of like a first like experience of like the franchise, and it was a surprisingly really good entry for me. You know, as a newcomer into this movie welcomes you quite well too. It just with open arms doesn't tell you too much about Ultraman, but like it does let you know from like a new perspective of somebody else. And like yeah, this movie slaps hard with that. First, like it goes into like such a neat little relationship between this man right here and this the cutest little wee baby right there. Oh, look at her, he's so cute. He's so cute. Look at her, look at her, and she's the cutest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just so cute. Yeah, so it's super wholesome. It's got great action, great animation. The main character goes through a pretty neat arc, and I was left pretty satisfied with the movie. Yeah, it's a fun old time. Go watch Ultraman Rising. You'll be I think you'll like it a lot. Viewer, high recommendation. Good old movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, now number nine. Number nine. Diddy. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. I talked about it with you on the last video. Yeah, I very much enjoyed Diddy. Diddy. I very much enjoyed it. It's a super different, super unique, pretty awkward, funny coming of age story that's not very conventional as much coming of age stories. Is more realistic in a way that benefits it more. Chris Wang is a very understandable character with you know his own personal issues, being a child born in Asia, trying to adapt and fit into America with his, you know, new friends, newish friends, and trying to become popular. Is a story that many kids, many people our age who kind of grew up around this era can very much relate to. And yeah, it's really cool seeing this kid go through it and trying to do I suppose the best that he can and fucking up along the way. It's very much a flawed kid. Yeah. It was a great time. I'm glad you recommended it to me. And here it is, my number nine. I recommend it. Go watch it. It's on Peacock right now. I love streaming. I love streaming. I love streaming.
Yeah.
I get the quit, all right?
Mm.
All right, number eight. His three daughters. Here's another one that I talked about. Okay, fuck it. Everything that I talked about in another video isn't this fucking list. Of course, if you kept up. Just random to say that right now. Oh yeah, so through History Daughters, I super enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a super up close, personal story about these three girls trying to deal with the fact that their father is going to die at any moment. And I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating seeing each of their perspectives, dealing with it in their own way, and at the same time reconciling with each other after, you know, all three of them not having the greatest of relationships throughout the years, and being separate for so long that it became nice and wholesome to see them come together at a very dire moment at the preparation of grief and everything. Yeah, the three actresses here do a phenomenal job. I was super impressed with them. They really conveyed the struggle of three daughters. Being presented with the fact that their father is going to die, and it became tragic. And it was tragic that way too, especially around the end. But I do like how it ended, leaving us with a sense of of hope that the three of them do have each other's back, and it will not be the last time they see each other. Yeah, really great movie, really awesome movie. It is also on streaming. It is also on Netflix, but thankfully it is not an action thriller. So hey, maybe if Netflix stops doing action thrillers that aren't very actiony or thrilling, then yeah, maybe they have something in their hands. I'm just saying, Marriage Story, Tick Tick Boom. It's a pattern here going on. But yeah, History Daughters, really great movie. Loved it. and it's my number 8. Hmm. Number 7. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Oh, man, this movie was so fucking hype, y'all. You have no idea. There we are, Gabe and a couple other friends sitting in the theater. Ranging from super Sonic fans to not really Sonic fans, and then what the fuck am I watching? Sonic fan. Basically
Hmm.
that, right? That feels accurate, right? As to like the group that was in the theater.
I think we were all to some degree Sonic fans. I think the least Sonic fan out of all of us was friend of the show Sebastian,
Hmm.
who just kind of knew of Sonic, knew enough to go like I recognize that, and then after a certain point he just goes the fuck.
Listen, speaking of him, this movie was so fucking hype that it even got him hype.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's saying something that when you're seeing fucking Sonic here turning into Super Sonic and then seeing Shadow turn into Shadow and they fucking fight like a fucking Dragon Ball fight, it gets someone a little hyper, right? This movie pretty much did that. Like I said, it embraces the Sonic spirit that almost so many video game movies are just so hesitant to do. Yeah, again, it took 3 tries for them to get to this point, but goddamn, it was worth the fucking wait. And I'm glad we got it. Sonic 3 is fabulous. I love it. It's so great, silly, and fun. Oh man, I cannot wait for Sonic 4. But it has I have to wait.
Hmm.
I have to wait long.
All good things come to those who wait.
All we do is wait, man.
Yeah.
GTA 6 is coming out this year. So they say.
What?
GTA 6 is coming out this year. Yeah, yeah. Well,
So they say.
so they
Yeah.
say.
Nice.
So they say.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we got Sonic 3 before GTA 6. So yeah, here we are. It's Sonic 3 is.
Sonic trilogy before the Batman Part 2.
Well, Sonic 4 before the Batman 3. Batman 2, sorry.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be
That's actually gonna
crazy.
be reality.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. Now, which one is it? Batman 2 or Beyond the Spider-Verse? Which is coming up first, huh?
At this point, the Batman 2.
At this point. But of course, for them, I'm in the never coming out lingo for the both of them. So hey, I'm glad we're
They
getting
get to sit
Sonic
with
4.
Metroid Prime 4.
Uh, I was in high school when Metro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. But hey, we're getting Sonic 4. And we're getting Metro Prime 4. What a time to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hell yeah, Sonic 3. Go watch it. It's great.
Yeah.
Number 6. Transformers 1. Here's a movie that I did not think was going to be good either. Could you guess why? That's right, kids. The marketing was shitty. I
What
had
marketing?
true. What marketing? That is true. Yeah, they didn't really have any, but it had a trailer. You see, that made me think this is like shit. Why would I watch this? But thankfully, I have a pretty cool friend who saw it multiple times and recommended it to me, and it took me to see it in the theater. And oh my god, where was this movie all my life? Where was this Transformers content all my life? Do you know how long it took me for me to be satisfied with the Transformers content since Fall of Cybertron? That's a long fucking time to wait for something that's fucking good for Transformers, right? That's a long time. It took this and the comic book for me to be like, oh yeah, Transformers is great. I knew it all along. I knew it all along. Listen, we're starving. Us Transformers fans, we really are. This movie fed us very well. It's so fucking good. But we're still gonna be starving afterwards because we have no idea if we're getting a second movie. And
100% not. Not if Elon really does buy Hasbro like he wants to.
maybe he liked Transformers One. Maybe,
I can guarantee you he didn't,
why wouldn't he like it? It's so good.
because he's a dumb fuck.
Why wouldn't he like it? That's like not liking pizza. Pizza's really good.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure he likes pizza. Have you seen him? Damn,
Calling
I'm
him,
just rude today.
you calling him fat?
I sure am.
I don't. He's not fat. Come on, you hate him all you want. He's not. He's not like Boogie.
Well, he has like a chest problem. Apparently, he's got like his bones are like stretched out.
Elon?
Anyway, yeah,
Uh,
which is why his
that's
chest
a
looks the
shame.
way it does.
Well then, if he buys Hasbro, I hope he gets better. No, if he buys Hasbro and makes Transformers 2, I hope he gets better.
Yeah.
I hope he gets better. I hope he's a well. I hope he's a well-mannered man. Oh yeah, but Transformers 2. Aside from Bumblebee, sorry, uh, I'm not calling him that. Yeah, Bumblebee. Fuck it. Other than him, I really enjoyed most of the characters in the movie. D16 and RM Pax in particular, seeing their journeys from D16 and RM Pass all the way to becoming Optimus Prime and Megatron. Longtime rivals. I love rivals and shit. They're so cool. But yeah, it was fascinating seeing them be great friends to them butting heads to straight up fighting each other. And yet, with the way the movie ends, it leaves me hyped for more, and I hope we get more. I pray to the heavens and Zeus himself and Ares. Ares!
To Primus himself.
Make me another movie! Primus himself, yes. I pray to all the gods that we get a Transformers 2, because again, we cannot be left like this, alright? We can't. We Transformers fans have to eat. We cannot let the legacy of this franchise in movie form to be Hasbro crossovers. Are you excited for G.I. Joe and Transformers?
No, but I'll be there.
I sure will be there too. Well, are you excited for Transformers and My Little Pony?
I don't know why you keep saying that.
This is gonna happen. Just watch. Well, maybe not. My Little Pony doesn't really do good in the theater, which I'm glad about. We can get less of this. We can get less of those and more Transformers movies. Um, yeah. Anyway, Transformers One. What a fucking great movie. I loved it. So good. We may we may move on to the rest. Number five. Oh man, we're in top five territory. I'm almost curious on what's challengers. Oh man, hey challengers, man. This it feels like a long time since I saw challengers. Since I saw it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, almost feels nostalgic. Really does. Oh yeah, challengers. It's challengers is kind of a strange movie in a way because like I wasn't expecting anything like it, like at all. Especially from from the trailer where Zendaya was gonna get two teamed. Something else happens. That's not that, but hey, it attracted people towards it. It made me a little interested. Yeah, Challengers is nutty, but it's great. Um, Seeing these two dudes just go throughout the movie, changing, um, throughout the the sport of tennis, which is pretty intense sport if you're really into it, and it gives us a POV, multiple POVs into like the sport itself, and how some people might you know act because of it, as well as this personal drama between these two and Zendaya's character. Yeah, I was frankly fascinated by it, especially during the games itself. Like the way tennis is played in this movie is pretty unique. I was shocked. I was pretty hooked onto it like it would be for like an action scene, like a really good action scene. It was like that. Yeah, and without going too much into it, I suggest you go watch our stuff that we talked about it. Yeah, Challengers is fucking great. Really glad I saw it. Good old movie. I'm glad you showed it to me. What about my grandma? Hope she fucking dies of cancer. That's what he said, right? Yeah.
Uh,
You seem tired today.
I'm fine.
Okay. That's good, that's good. Next. From number 5 all the way to number 4. What could it be? Ooh, the suspense is Nosferatu. Oh yeah. Yeah, man, I saw this recently. It was great. It was Robert Eggers, doing his usual stick. I mean, what can I say? The man cannot miss. He's made 4 of these movies that were all fantastic. I haven't seen The Witch yet, but I will. I promise you I will. Yeah, he is the man is keeping horror alive. It really is. I don't know anyone else who's making horror movies that are this ambitious, this creative, this terrifying too. Like not even just visually terrifying, but like mentally the way they just like creep up on you and just kind of give you like an it's existential dread in a way. You know, it's not it's not shy of being a horror movie. It does unique things that really stick with you, and Nosferatu really does that. Count Orlok himself is a quite a creature as a character and as a force of nature that they have to deal with. His design is amazing. The actor does a really great job playing him, Bill Skarsgård. That man is an actual alien creature from outer space who transforms into a creature. Pennywise, Count Orlok, and who else did Bill Skarsgård play that was like weird looking?
Bill Skarsgård.
Right? No? Or,
I'm saying Bill Skarsgård is a weird looking dude.
oh, I, I thought I got his name wrong. Yeah, but that's himself. That's his regular form. I'm talking about, you know, quote unquote roles that he played and put the makeup on, but we know he actually just transformed into those creatures. Yeah, because it's Pennywise, it's Connor Orlok, but who else was it? I'm trying to think of someone else. He's a fucking weird dude.
Not that I can think of. He played a CGI creature in Eternals.
Oh, CGI, you say? No, that was just him.
Hmm.
He literally turned into that creature.
Hmm.
But yeah, Nosferatu is great. Yeah, putting it putting it in simple terms, Nosferatu is a great fucking movie. Go check it out. One of my favorites, and it excites me for more of Robert's work, and it makes me more excited to see The Witch. I'm so mad I haven't done it yet. What is wrong with me? Have you seen The Witch yet, Gabe?
I have not.
No, we have to go do that, shouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Please make more movies, sir. I'll be there when you make it. Day one. Hopefully day one. Yeah, that's my number 4. Number 3. What could it be? Ah, One Life. Ah, man. You know, if Schindler's List was supposed to be a super depressing movie, really good movie, mind you, but like really depressing. One Life is like the more wholesome version of that. And this isn't to say One Life is, worse in some type of way. I mean, it's not as good as Schindler's List, but what I mean by this is that it gives the opposite effect of Schindler's List, where you understand that it was a tragedy that happened, but in the end, somebody did save a lot of people in a very bad time, even if it was costly towards himself. He did a very good thing, and he should be proud of that. Just, even if he didn't save as many as he wanted, he should still be proud of the fact that so many people got to live their lives, raise families who were old, and be happy and grateful for something that he did. It's a super wholesome movie, even if it's a Holocaust World War II movie. Um, Super glad I saw it. The acting is great. The story told throughout is fascinating, just as it was in real life and everything. Um, and yeah, I thought One Life was super great. I recommend everyone go see it, especially if you're interested in the period of time that it took place. World War II, man, it was a crazy time. That's my that's One Life. Number two. Mm, Look back. Hell yeah. Right. So this is like the only anime movie in this list, of course. Man, anime movies are weird. Anyway,
Hmm.
yeah, I kind of wish I saw this in theaters, but I don't know. I think it was one of those that this just also had like a limited run, and damn, I didn't even fucking know if it played in our theater. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, regardless of that, we saw it on. Well, I saw it on streaming. I love streaming. I love streaming. Oh, yeah, Look Back is a super beautiful, beautiful movie about these two girls who want to be manga artists and authors. Uh, and you really see their ambition throughout the movie and their developing friendship and what it all means and why it is the way that it is. And of course the a bit of a look behind the world of being a manga author and artist, why they do it, why they feel so motivated to even do it, even if some of them don't even particularly enjoy it or may not. At least a perspective um, made by the author of the story. Yeah, and I find it quite fascinating as well as very intriguing to watch. And yeah, it has beautiful animation, beautiful art, very akin to the art of the manga that has the same title by the author, of course. Uh, Chainsaw Man like. I'm sure a lot of people have read that manga. Basically looks like this, and it's stunning. Like I said before, I've never seen a person running look so good with the wind and the fields blurring by and herself moving. The motion is fucking great. It's such a unique piece of animation too, with a super simple but super great story. And I really loved it. Look back, can't wait to see it again. So short too, goes by in a matter of moments. Blink and you'll miss it. Yeah, look back. My number two. So close, but not quite number one. Number one is, in fact, oh, the Wild Robot. Ah, man, look at that. Two pieces of animation, two animated movies, making it to the top two. How about that? Oh yeah, the Wild Robot. Oh man, this is DreamWorks at their best. This is top tier DreamWorks. So glad I saw this movie. It really just took me back to the childlike wonder of watching their movies, and other great animated movies. This one just hits hard, especially having a mom like everybody else does, but like having a mom that you just love a lot. This movie just hits hard. Hits hard in a good way. Everybody, after you see this, go hug your mom and tell her you love her, like they did in this movie. A robot and a goose, a little birdie, the little birdie who could. Oh yeah, the movie is stunning, has great animation, just great visual presentation of everything happening, especially since the environment is mostly the woods. The woods is just a very beautiful place in real life, and it really just it comes to life in this one. Dare I say, especially with all the animals. Well, yeah, all those different animals and the things they do, the way they act. It's very creative too. Just there's just stuff in here that you just wouldn't see in all that live action movie. Really, it's just bringing down the point of why animation is really cool and unique as a form of film storytelling. Because of course, movies like this too. Because of that, and a little off topic, but it just sucks that we're gonna get a How to Train Your Dragon live action movie. It sucks, and I hope that that doesn't ever happen to this movie, because I don't know, recreating that in live action is gonna be fucking impossible. But yeah, it's the Ball Robot. It's a favorite movie of last year. I suggest everybody go see it if you haven't. I'm sad and upset that it took me so long to watch it, but I'm really glad I did, and I can't wait to watch it again. And that's my list. I wonder if you can top that. Sure, you will.
All will be revealed.
Oh man, I mean, you got 15 to pick. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
we're going to start with honorable mentions. These are movies that I thought were really, really good, but just slipped out of the cracks there.
Yeah, since you saw so many.
So, at number 5, I have Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Wow.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was my favorite theater going experience of 2024. It was just absolutely incredible to watch that film in theaters. There was only one other experience that was as memorable as Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and it was Transformers 1. Just because I've never felt so proven wrong in my life.
Happened twice to you this year. Last year, fuck.
That did. That happened twice to me last year. Yeah, no, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was just buckets and buckets and buckets of fun. It's insane that, like, it's just such a confounding movie because I just can't believe it exists. Like, I just absolutely cannot believe that it exists. And I don't know where they go from there. I really don't know. There's no way 4 can be as good as 3.
I'll just watch.
I mean, if they find a way, goddamn. But I'm just like,
I got faith in them at this point.
yeah.
And
Yeah, Sonic.
we saw it in the front too, so that's how good the movie was. If it made that
I
experience.
I saw the second movie in the front too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're unlucky there, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna blame that on one Sebastian. But anyway, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, really really good. Just squeaked out of the list.
Damn.
At number 4, I have His Three Daughters. Very very good movie. Can't say I particularly enjoyed it. I felt it was a little uncinematic and just a little meandering at times, but but overall, it's a pretty good, solid movie with incredible performances and some really good dialogue. But otherwise, yeah, a great movie. Should have deserved to be on any on this list, but there were other movies that I thought were better. Like number 3, which is Juror number 2. If this is Clint Eastwood's last movie, it's a hell of a movie to go out on. It's very intense, incredible performance from Nicholas Hoult, and just good acting from everyone all around. I wouldn't say it's a masterclass in filmmaking. It's absolutely a masterclass in typical but effective ways of storytelling. This movie doesn't break the mold in any way, but it just proves why the mold still works. Because you can get stuff like Juror number 2, which is really, really good. At number 2, I have A Different Man. A movie that's very good, not subtle at all, but features really great performances and mostly great script and directing from everyone involved, and just creates a really, really good thriller, or more so of a dark comedy, but just about a man going absolutely fucking insane through jealousy.
I'm tweaking.
and just internal guilt. Yeah, Different Man, great movie, definitely recommend. And number one for dishonorable mentions is
Honorable?
Ultraman Rising.
Aye. Oh, so
So this
close, huh?
just squeaked out. Just squeaked out. Literally just squeaked out. Very, very good movie. A movie that kind of just came out of nowhere. I heard literally next to nothing about the movie, and then it came out, and I heard it was pretty good. And so I checked it out with literally no knowledge of Ultraman whatsoever, other than that he exists. It's very welcoming to newcomers, as Ernest said, but it's also just a very heartwarming story told through very, very, very effective animation. But its pacing is really wonky, and I did not like its protagonist for about like a third to a half of the movie. Yeah, but overall, great film. Definitely deserve to be watched. I love streaming services. No, I don't.
love streaming services.
But yeah, and with that, the honorable mentions are done, and we can move on to my best. At number 15, I'm gonna have Transformers 1.
Damn.
If I made a list, just like how I said about Borderlands, if I made a list of like the movies that I loved the most or hated the most in the year, that would get like number 1, 0, -1, -2, -3. Transformers 1 would be that.
So
I saw Transformers 1 four times last year.
would that be your most watched movie of last year?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. I saw this movie 3 times in theaters
Oh my god.
and once at home.
I think you almost beat my Top Gun record.
Didn't you see Top Gun twice in theaters? Or you saw it 3 times.
3 times. And
Yeah,
twice at home.
so yeah. Yeah, 3 times in theaters, once at home.
Twice at home.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely did not beat your record there, but overall, absolutely adore Transformers 1. It's Transformers First Class, and just like First Class, that central relationship works so goddamn well that you can kind of look past some of its other problems. But Transformers 1 is overall like an incredibly solid film. It's beautifully animated visually. The storytelling is great. The relationship between Orion Pax and D16 is phenomenal. And the score from Brian Tyler is like god tier. I adore that score so much. But this movie does something that, like you said, it's kind of like a kick in the ass of the Transformers brand. We've gotten very few things as Transformers fans that are as good as Transformers 1, and it sucks that it probably won't continue.
Yep. Sucks so hard.
Absolutely fucking adore this movie. I love it so much. Mwah, give it kisses. I own the Blu-ray. Buy it on Blu-ray. Awesome, tacular, better than sex. Fantastic. Love this movie.
That's not what he says.
Number 14, we have Wicked. Talk about a surprise. Not that I was expecting this movie to be bad or anything, but I didn't expect to really like it the way I did. I thought it was a very, very good movie. It's surprising. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. I didn't feel a goddamn lick of it. It's incredibly well paced. The songs are great. The performances are great. And I just felt, I wouldn't say connected, but I very much was invested in this central relationship between Elphaba and Glinda. And the movie does everything it possibly can to make sure that is the core focus. Everything else, while not superfluous, feels like it's almost just supporting that. And that's what it should do. And that's why this film is, it kind of, I hate doing puns, but I also love puns. It kind of defies what you would, expect a movie like this to be. And for that, it deserved its spot. Yeah, it's pretty wicked. It's on digital now. And on Blu-ray on February 4th or whatever the fuck the release date was. Number 13. We have Nosferatu. I absolutely love Robert Eggers, and I think he hasn't made a bad film yet. And this just kind of proves it. I haven't seen The Witch yet, as it's been noted many times. So I do think this is his worst movie. I absolutely adore it. Or not adore it, but I do absolutely really like it. It's a very, very good movie. features everything that's strong about his filmmaking and his general stylings and interests, but also does it at a very conventional level. And I think that's going to work for many audiences, and it has. But it's just a genuinely pretty good movie. A bit on the freaky side, but if you don't know Robert Eggers, this is going to be the freakiest movie you've ever seen in your life, and I envy that.
This is just what you would want
I
from a horror movie.
I was talking to my coworker today, and she was flabbergasted by how freaky the movie was. In fairness, she also watched it on an Eddy, which I told her was the dumbest idea she's ever made in her life.
Do what?
She watched it on Edible.
Stupid. Why would you?
Yeah, she took an edible and watched Nosferatu, and I was like, no wonder you were fucking confused and like uncomfortable for most of the movie. I mean, granted, that's kind of what the movie's trying to do anyway.
Well, damn,
But
I
you were
guess.
also literally high as fuck.
Yeah, you're. That's the closest you'll get to being in the movie yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if you think this movie's freaky, watch literally any other movie he's made. On God,
Yep.
watch more movies. You will never make it past The Lighthouse. But anyway, Nosferatu's great. Check it out. And move on to number 12. Number 12.
Number 12.
Hitman.
A little lower than I expected it.
So I didn't rewatch the movie, but because this initially was way higher on the list, like
Yeah.
way higher.
Yeah.
I kind of did some thinking, and I didn't really think about the movie, but I did think that out of all the other movies that were on the list, they stuck out to my mind a lot more. It's like, oh, this is a great movie. This is a great movie. And in my head, I was like, oh, Hitman's a great movie. But I kind of just went like, oh, I kind of forget about it a little bit compared to other movies I saw this year that stick out more in my mind. And so for that, I went, you know what? I'm going to move Hitman down on the list.
So we're not doing ratings anymore, but what will be the rating this time? Since it's not a 10 anymore. Presumably it's not a
I
10.
moved it down. I moved it down to a 9.
Okay.
I moved it down to a 9 to justify the move on the list.
Right.
It is not the first time I've done such a thing, and it will not be the last.
No, it will not.
But Hitman, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's a great movie. Great performances, generally interesting story, and really funny as well. But it has issues, of course, as most movies do. And I think there were movies that were better than it this year.
This would be an honorable mention for me.
Number 11, we have Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, man.
I don't like horror movies. I think 90% of them suck. And there's the 10% that are good. And the 10% that are good are pretty good.
Pretty good.
Late Night with the Devil's pretty good. Late Night with the Devil's pretty good, I would say. Through its really confined structure, it actually kind of benefits from it because it's not allowed to play. And so it has to rely on very simple things, and it can't do any camera tricks to go around it. And I think that really adds to the intensity and the horror aspect of the movie. David Dastmalchian is absolutely incredible in this movie. It does have issues in terms of like some immersion. I guess I would say the word would be immersion. But overall, I think this is a really, really effective movie, and it kind of blew any expectation I may have had of it out the water.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see before this, but fuck it, we're here now.
Yeah.
I still want to check it out because it looks really good.
Yep. Number 10, we have Jim Henson Idea Man. This is a documentary about one of my maybe not, I guess, favorite creators, or just most influential to me, I guess. It would be Jim Henson, an absolutely legendary creator of the Muppets and the General Jim Henson Company, like Muppets, Labyrinth, Fraggle Rock, Dark Crystal, any of that stuff, Sesame Street, like that is all him.
Oh, make me sloppy.
And yeah, this man is a goddamn legend. He inspired so much good in the world, and he believed in good of the world. and this documentary excels in presenting that as something that was great about him, and just a generally very emotional, moving documentary. I would have some things to complain about, but generally, I think it's a great documentary, and it kind of earned its spot in the top 10 here. You know, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing in a year where I have to start pulling documentaries, because documentaries are films too, and absolutely can
Yeah,
qualify.
it's
But I'm
just
just saying, this is just a great one.
it makes you wonder
I also just generally don't watch many documentaries, so
it does make me
that's on
wonder.
me.
It does make me wonder what else we could, presumably put on these lists. Like I don't know how far until we start putting stand-ups on these on like our
I feel like
favorite
that's
films.
I feel like that's not quite. I think that's a little too far.
What if
I
it's
think
like
I think that's where we go too far.
what if it's like Inside? Because Inside was so unique as this like thing.
That's yeah. I guess that's the thing. Is Inside is a special, but it practically is a narrative movie, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I have not seen Inside, but like for example, like I remember in 2015, I watched What Now, the Kevin Hart special. I would not
Yeah.
like. I really liked it, but I would not put that on a best of list.
Right.
I feel like it kind of just depends, I guess. But yeah, anyway, Jim Henson, Idea Man, great film, great documentary. Absolutely recommend it. It's on Disney Plus. I love I actually no, I can't say that with Disney Plus. I can't say that at all. Yep. All right.
I'm okay with
What's
streaming.
next?
That should be the new code. But it also be a
Number
lie.
9, we have Love Lies Bleeding. Great, 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 great thriller. Really solid screenplay. Has some moments that I think are a bit controversial for people, but fuck it, I enjoyed it. So therefore, I like.
Like
Great central performances, great direction, really threatening villain from Ed Harris. Just very good filmmaking as well. Great usage of like violence as forms of tension relief, as well as even using the violence as forms of tension adders. Because sometimes they're just I don't want to go too much in it. Watch this movie; it's great. This is also I guess a freakier movie than Nosferatu, although Monster Fucker is a pretty big freak. Yeah, no, I absolutely really like this movie. I saw it very early in the year, and I went, "Yep, that's probably going to stay in the list." Yep, really great movie.
making me
Really
curious
enjoyed
about
it.
it since you said it's
Yeah,
freakier than Nosferatu.
I mean, Nosferatu's got its freak moments, but I feel like this one has more graphic freak.
Right.
I'll put it like that. Yep. Number 8, we have Conclave,
Cool.
a thriller set in the Vatican, and god damn it, I was hooked. It's practically only dialogue, but every fucking word is like investing, if that's a word that I can use. I don't even know if that's a real word, but just it's such a good thriller. It's always keeps you invested. Every new reveal or twist or little plot of information, every argument, every little squabble, every little change of character, just it's so great. It keeps you so invested for so long. Even it's a 2-hour movie, it flew fucking by. I did not feel its runtime at all. And generally speaking, just fantastic performances all around. The direction is incredible. The cinematography is like, oh man, maybe some of the most beautiful cinematography I've seen this year. You know, like I'll have to start thinking about that when I start thinking about like what I would prefer award season. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We'll talk about that another time.
Another time.
But yeah, no, Conclave is incredible. Really, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. I think it's on Peacock now.
Yes, Peacock. Yeah, I have
Okay,
it
yeah,
on.
you know, so watch it. Watch that shit.
Yeah, will.
Ray Fiennes is incredible, and Stanley Tucci's great too. But he's always great, so who cares? Yeah, no, great film. Number 7, we have The Substance. The Substance is a absolutely incredible, I guess satire, like social satire, as well as just a really good body horror film. Incredible script with so much nuance and things to say. Demi Moore is incredible in this role. Margaret Qualley is very good in this role as well. The direction is so goddamn good, and the film is always interesting, and it plays on so much about like the terrible body standards that women live with in this world, especially in Hollywood. And, you know, it kind of speaks a lot to, I guess I should say, like external validation and with a logical conclusion of what one would do to seek external validation through fantastical, science fiction ideas. It's very Cronenberg. It's very, very visceral and fantastic movie. 2 hours and 20 minutes flew by. Even though I'm not a big fan of the last 20 minutes, but I'm alone on that one apparently. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
That's a lot. That's a lot of the movie. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To not be a fan of, I mean.
Yeah, but it didn't hurt the movie that much for me. I mean, it's still an incredible movie. It's number 7.
Yeah, that's number 7, man.
It's number 7.
Can they get any better than this? I wonder.
It can and it will. With number 6,
number 7,
I have Challengers.
Oh my god,
Challengers is absolutely phenomenal. It's like nearly 2 hours and 20 minutes, and it's never boring. It's always entertaining. It's always striking. It's visually gorgeous. The acting is phenomenal from everyone around. It just keeps knocking you out with this just incredible dialogue and just hard-hitting, viscerally mean moments. And it's a messy as hell movie, and it's so enjoyable. The inner drama queen in me just loves it. It's like, gimme.
Inner drama queen.
But it's a great movie, really, really solid. I think it was my first Luca Guadagnino movie, so I'll definitely be watching more of his stuff.
Yeah. I hear you straight.
Yeah, great one. Number 5, we have Anora. Anora is a movie that I was really looking forward to for about like half the year. And then when I finally saw it, it did not disappoint. It's a really very good film with just a great lead performance and really fun dialogue and moments, and a film that's both, funny and kind of scary, as the thriller aspects feel so viscerally real, and all supported by an incredible central performance from Mikey Madison, who brings the sympathy that Annie needs for you to stick around with her for so long, but also brings this like magnetism to the way she talks, the way she walks, the way she presents herself in a room, the way she takes control of situations. She's just a really great character, and Mikey Madison plays her incredibly well. Fantastic movie. Really recommend it. Number 4, we have My Old Ass. My Old Ass is a really good coming-of-age comedy that has some really heartfelt moments and a lot of, I guess I shouldn't say a lot, but some really great things to say, about enjoying the time while you have it. Unfortunately, our time on this planet is very short in retrospect, or not retrospect, but in the grand scheme of things. And we must value it. Yeah. And we always must value it, for how short it is, but also, enjoying the time with people as we get older, because sometimes, we lose connections as we grow older, and we start to reminisce about the mistakes we've made, and a lot of that is represented through, Aubrey Plaza's character, but there's just a lot of really, really quirky, but also really funny and heartfelt things to say about, like, aging and, making sure that you enjoy every moment while it lasts. Great movie. Number 3. Superman, the Christopher Reeve story.
Oh my god.
So this is also another documentary.
It's just in case you thought it was a Superman movie for real.
Yeah, just in case you thought it was a Superman movie for real, no, it is not. This is a documentary about Christopher Reeve, but not his career. It is about what caused his paralysis and the man that he became after his paralysis, the good that he put into the world, and the general love he had for his family, as well as sometimes the things that he didn't do, the things that he did that weren't so great to his family. But generally, it focuses on the positive and the good he did, and just how much of a goddamn hero this man was. His emotional strength. This man legitimately was a real life fucking Superman. He genuinely personified everything that you would understand that Superman would stand for. And this film absolutely goddamn moved me. It's incredible. It's so heartfelt and moving, and it both breaks you but also inspires you to believe in good in the world. And god damn it, if that ain't something we need right now, I don't know what is. Yeah, no, incredible documentary. When I finished it, I was like, yep, that's top tree right there. Yeah. And I still got 2 more to go.
Oh my god.
Number 2. The Wild Robot. What can I say that you didn't already say? The Wild Robot is beautifully animated, wonderfully written, so goddamn moving, and it's also a film that's, darker than you would think for a film primarily aimed at children. And it doesn't just throw dark shit at them to scare them, but it treats them with respect. It makes you understand these things, and it could practically make you fucking tear up the way this movie that just perfectly wraps around with its storytelling and its writing. It's just so crystal clear and perfect. Like I there's not a thing in this movie I would change. It's so fucking beautiful. And the fact that they're making another just makes me go like, yay. Yeah. More animated robot movie to make me fucking cry. Cool. That'll be the 3rd one.
No, not more. Stop with making stop. Actually fucking normalize making robots make people cry. Normalize it.
Yeah. Wonderful film. Yeah, love it so much. And at number 1 for my favorite movies of the year, or favorite, best, whatever the fuck this is, Dee Dee. This is a film that hit a little too close to home for me. I understand I can't say I empathize with his specific situation, but I understand those feelings entirely. I know what that shit's like. I felt it in my teen years, and to an extent I feel some of it now. And this film just absolutely hit on a lot of things for me, and I also think it's a very well written and very complex film emotionally, but also a film that's just funny when it needs to be. It is primarily a coming of age comedy and overall drama, so and it nails all those aspects just as well as you would hope they would. And yeah, no, this is a film that absolutely just fucking floored me, and I haven't been able to really get it out of my head since I saw it.
Get out of my head, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just absolutely adore this movie. And yeah, the second I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's number 1 right there with a bullet. And yeah,
Check and clear.
I can't really say much more. I adore this film. It hit me like a goddamn freight train. Got me in the goddamn Yamcha pose.
It blew open you like a Cyberman.
It,
It literally said, hey, here you go, love me. Yeah. Like,
it caught me lacking. Can I just say I watched this as like a little funny as fucking aside? I watched this right after we saw Beetlejuice. Like just
that's what they call a tonal whiplash.
Yeah, tonal whiplash. Yeah. Yeah, man. Absolutely incredible film. I'm glad you saw it.
I'm glad I saw it. It's good.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I'll see what this director does next.
Absolutely. I believe this was his debut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that concludes our best and worst of the year.
Oh my god, there we go. What a year.
What a year. I saw way too many goddamn movies. I ain't doing that shit again. I'm gonna be honest. We kind of got really far away from the best and worst of. I might actually edit this into 2 videos.
Yeah, well, 2 videos or just 2 parts?
No, two videos.
Okay. That,
So honestly, I say like right now, let's just record a little ending so I can splice it in
how
with the
how we
best and worst
have
of.
we talked for that long?
Yeah, we ended this at an hour 40 for the best and worst of. It is now 2:20 in.
Wow. Fuck me.
Yeah.
You should start the second part with us talking about this part in the beginning of the video. Like edit this.
I think I will. I think I will.
It'd be so weird.
Yeah. It'd be so jarring, but I think I might do it. I'll have to do it after I get out of work tomorrow, but I'll do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me give like 5 seconds so I know when to cut in for this part so we can do a little quick ending for the best and worst of.
Now?
Now.
Now? Okay. We were quiet for so long.
Yeah. Well, I was counting down.
I wasn't, but it felt long in my head.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Listen, silence in a call is unbearable.
All right. I'll give it a couple seconds so we can have a little beat before we do the actual ending.
Oh my god, another one?
Yeah. I need time to fucking get my fingers ready to clip it.
Sure.
All right. Well, that was our best and worst stuff for the year.
That was it. We did it.
If this feels abrupt, there's a reason for that. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to 2025 as much as we can. But it is what it is, I guess.
They do what it
Here's
is.
to a hopefully decent year for movies.
You are. What's
Who knows?
what's the first thing you'll see this year, Gabe?
Wallace and Gromit.
Maybe same here too, but after that it's probably Den of Thieves 2.
Probably a Den of Thieves too. Yeah.
You gotta watch Den of Thieves 1, man.
I will. I'll watch all 2.5 hours of it.
It's a fucking long movie.
Yeah. I doubt it'll be as good as Heat.
You'd be right about that. I did see Heat.
Yep.
Although Den of Thieves has a better shootout sequence. Not by much.
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold
Listen,
you to that.
not by much.
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna put that to so much scrutiny. Now that you've just said that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is great. It is.
That is a crazy thing to say.
Crazy to say, but yeah, I quite liked. I like both a lot. Both were very good. I just think
All right, we gotta end this before we go on another tangent again. All right, bye bye.
Bye bye.